What's up, guys? How we doing? Well, today I sucked. I was not that good today. The market was slower. I was too aggressive. I was trying to do like little micro pullbacks on these stupid freaking breakouts on what's this stock name? ICCT. It doesn't go. Ends up consolidating. Ends up going much later in the day. And that was my experience today. So I am sitting down 547 on that, and a couple hundred on some other names. Let's get into it. Actually, I'm really curious what other names I'm down on. Well, I'm down on fees, that's for sure. Down like $60 on fees because I was trading semi bigger size. DOMH. Oh yeah, it was just like out the open. What is this? Out the open, I had DOMH. Yeah, out the open, DOMH did this. It was a long shot name. I had pretty small size on it. I lost 10 cents or so on 1,500 shares ish over a couple trades. That's okay. It wasn't the day for that stock. It wasn't the day to be aggressive, honestly. SPY was gapping lower. It ended up closing the gap, throughout the day. But I was playing aggressive in the morning. Aggressive setups. Give me 1 second. Aggressive setups in a cold market. And this is one of my biggest problems is I love playing aggressive setups. And I want to have it to where it's almost mechanical and I don't have to think about it. And I can just forget about market context and what specific trade to apply and just risk the same way every time. But it doesn't work like that. It's trading. It's a little bit more complex. You got to come into it with a very cunning is the right word, a very cunning mindset. And today I came into it with a very, let's just say I was watching tape from my guy Marcelo. Shout out to his course, Merciless Markets. But a lot of the tape I was watching was from very hot markets. And I know how to trade this market. That's not a problem. I did fine on Friday. It was a sketchy market. But I spent hours this weekend, probably about 10 hours watching tape. I didn't go out, didn't really do anything. I ate food and watched tape. And I have a big belly to show for it. But what happened was my brain was so adjusted to playing very aggressively, because that's what I'm trying to learn, is how to play these very wild names and to play them well. So that's what I was practicing. And I had lingering preconceptions of how the market should be working that I transposed onto the current market, which I know better. I know to be more cautious. We're in a very weird environment with all this tariff news. This whole year, I'm about flat on the year, which is ridiculous. I don't know, maybe I'm up like 4K. That would be actually really generous if I am up 4K, but I think that's what I'm up. And that might even be before fees. So, like, Jesus, right? Like, I am literally spinning my wheels. And so normally I do okay, I'll creep along even on like slow months. I'm making around like 4K. So whatever, that's a whole separate aside. But the point of the matter is I have to be more focused on the market, more cunning, more aware of the context. And I was almost doing like a trading bot. And trading bots, especially on small caps, probably not the best thing, unless it is very context dependent. And I paid for it. And then I got aggressive later in the morning. And let me see if I can Let's see if I can bring up some video here for you guys. Some stupid aggressive trades. I was really frustrated with ICCT, so I kind of took it out on CTOR. I know it's just a bunch of this random 3-letter words or four-letter ticker symbols, and there's someone cutting their fucking hedges across the street right now, and it's really annoying. And I hate it. I hate all of my neighbors when they do all their fucking lawn work. So, excuse the language, we're going to move on. Okay, ICCT, it was just like, it was a fucking penny name, whatever. I didn't want to trade it. CTOR, yeah, fine. Into the afternoon, I lose on CTOR or ICCT trying to be aggressive. I'm down maybe $600 on the day. I get down to 300, but CTOR kind of does this thing where it's pushing up. I make a little bit of money. I don't make a lot. I make a little, like 163 right there. I give it all back. At some point, as I start trading with 10K share blocks, right? I think I 20. That is not a position to take 20K shares. And that's the problem that I had. And then I think I'm down about $300 at this point, and then I get sneaky and I jump in with 30K shares right here, buying up this dip. I am literally the person that supported this stock. There's no volume in it except for me. I could have got roasted so hard. Stupid. It looked okay. It wasn't terrible. It was... I'm mid on this trade. Like, even though it was a winner, I'm like, it was a lot of risk for... I was slow into it. You know, I didn't do it all at once. As it was holding here, I jumped back. I added more, and then this last position I actually lose on. I'm like, I might as well be greedy. It looks like it's holding, which is probably the right move, but I probably should do that in better situations and more adept areas. I just felt so ridiculous today. That is God's honest truth. I felt ridiculous. Okay, so now, where I thought I had 30K shares. Maybe it's only 20K. Okay, I only had 20K shares. Yeah, so let go one, let go the other, whatever. I thought I had 30. Maybe it just probably didn't buy it because I have a lot of my account into a money market fund, and that would have put it over the amount of liquid that I have in the account. Anyways, all that to say, really annoying day. I traded poorly. I traded aggressively, probably in the wrong situations. No, definitely in the wrong situations. I was down $1,000 and like 1,000, probably a little bit more than that intra mid trade, but over $1,000 down today, and I finished at only down 660. Grateful for that for sure. Like that, I'm not down 1,000 and I'm only down 660. You know, it's about how much I made on Friday. On Friday, I made about 700, and then it's just annoying because I knew better. A lot of these trades were unforced errors, and this is kind of, you know, maybe it's because I didn't sleep enough. Whatever excuse it was, I didn't come at this market in the correct fashion, and I have to look to do better next trading session tomorrow. ICCT, we can get into it a little bit more. This one's going to be a little bit stupider to play, to explain to you, because I just feel like dumb. I feel so dumb trading this. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing trading this. And every trade I took on it was just wrong. I think my accuracy was just not right. So it didn't, like, once it gets above $1, I just can't read it. Even below $1, I'm red on it or light green, but it's just the way it moved. I was just like, hurdy-dirty-dur. and just not playing it correctly. Okay, so you have this kind of like pattern showing up, and I'm honestly, I'm not even playing patterns at this point. I'm playing level 2, which is not the right move to do. I'm trying to be patient here. Okay, so there's this trade that I could have taken. And I think I try to take something. Let's see if I take this. I miss it. Okay, so I missed that. I'm like, well, that's not good. I was looking for a break below 50. It does for a second there, but then it's just right back up. The spread, like, this thing's moving to where I probably would have got filled at the highs of that. I probably would have got filled at 965 when I was trying to get in under 50. Like, the way the bids and what was that? What was that? Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, and then I'm buying on upticks, which is very, like, intentionally. I'm buying upticks into the mid range. What am I doing? I mean, I wish it were so easy that I could just, like, blanket say that, like, oh, I can never do this. Maybe I can never do this. Upticks into mid range. Terrible. All right. And then there's this really strong candle here. So it's consolidating, and then it does this, and then I miss this, and I'm trying to get in late, and then I lose like 350 trying to like thinking it's going to halt up, basically. I think that's what I was thinking. Let's watch this. Okay, so I don't play for the break the dollar. I'm a little slow on that. I'm watching it, though. It breaks. I'm like, okay, oh, there's a test under, but it's like really not testy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like the ask was under. It was just the bid. And so that's troublesome. And yeah, okay, so there we go. That was it was so uneventful. It was just like maybe 5 trades back to back, just with decent size that just went wrong, and I just wasn't able to get it. And let's see where I take them. Okay, so I try to get a dip right here. I get filled at the highs, whatever. I jump right back in, trying to get filled a little lower. I get filled a little lower. Jump in again, and I jump right back out. I'm literally just, I'm just paying. I'm just paying. I think I spit on my computer. I'm just paying spread at this point. Fucking, that's a dumb move. It's just stalled out with a buyer right there. It's not good. It should be pushing through at least above 10. Okay, and then this really big candle. So I'm down 325 at the moment. I just subtracted another 250 from my account, another 150, 200, I don't know. I can't do math at the moment. And it's just like 1 penny, 1 penny, 1 penny. 1 penny on 5,000 shares is adding up to a lot of loss. And this is one of the significant areas that I lost in. And then yeah, it's just okay. So looking at this now, looking at this part now, I think I'm starting to come to grips with what I'm doing, but it's a little bit too late. So is there a point a little bit before where I could have just been like, this is ridiculous. This is not working. Um, I'm annoyed by the bling 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 bling. I really wish I could turn that fucking sound off and keep the alerts. It's like a psychological thing. I think they do it to keep you trading. Okay, so I'm definitely buying. I'm not even paying attention right. I mean, it's more than two trades, more than three trades per candle. And I'm trying for a breakout at the same level. No levels get broken. That's enough. All right. So let this candle close. Let's see what happens. I'm like a broken computer at this point. All right. Candle close. I'm thinking it's gonna teleport to 125. That's I think what I'm aiming for here. And I'm just not. I'm like a second too slow on these. Should have been in under 105, and then selling up here. That would have been the move. I was in. Look at this. And I wait, and I buy at 109, and then I have to sell 2 cents lower. And then I buy back at 109 and sell 1 cent lower. And it's like $50, $100, $50, like chalking it up, chalking it up, chalking it up. It's not breaking. And it's still literally at the same kind of price level. Like there's like a magnet to that 108 price level right there. And it cost me a lot of money. That's all there is to it. And now I'm just depressed. So I'm just going to drink water and review the technicals of this stupid trade. Okay, then I jump in at 107, pushes up to 108. I cut it at 107, which is fine because I would have got chopped out right there. It's just a silly exercise, and whatever this stupid action was. And there's no excitement on the tape. And the excitement that's actually another thing. The tape is like really slowed down. I want to see when it happened too. Okay, so the tape, you see the speed of the tape right here. It's kind of actually slowing down. It's not acting wild. There's just bids. It's slow moving. It's not acting like it wants to break. And so I could have used that to anticipate selling a little bit better. Although I kept letting myself get sucked in by the green on the tape. And granted, it is a breakout situation. Just that volume was so high in that candle. I'm so late on a couple of these dips. Like I'm waiting for it to get bought up, and instead of taking the dip. And that's what ends up happening. Okay, so really slow here. Then it goes up after closes green right there. And caught flat footed, checking levels. Okay, it's fine. It's kind of like double topping up here. There it goes. I get a couple of cents there. You know, I don't want to take stuff like that. You know, I make a little money on a dip. Then it just grinds all the way up. I make a little bit back. Now I'm up to minus 357. It's always weird saying that. Now I'm back down. And I'm actually trading with really small size now. And I lose a couple $100 on 1,500 shares, which was infuriating actually. Like I get to mine it. So from $400 to minus 570 playing stupid mid-range trades and upticks on 1,500 shares trying to anticipate a breakout when, it's kind of not the time. This chart doesn't look great for a breakout or continuation. It's just not even testing the highs. I mean, kind of tests the highs right here. Let's see how these trade. So I fucking hate yard workers. Not that I hate them as people, I just hate yard work. It's so loud, so annoying. Makes bushes look like a box. Just have different bushes if you don't want shit to grow. Grass is so stupid. Especially in California, it should just be rock or something. You don't have to fucking water it and waste a whole bunch of water. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't like how this stuff. Yeah. I don't even know where do I. It just was like weird. It was weird action. Like I would get filled and it would just immediately go the other way. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop out again. Another $15, another $30, another whatever. Yeah. And then it does this, does a false halt down. Should be in there maybe. If I was okay with that risk. But I wasn't really okay with that risk, to be honest. I didn't want that halt down would have been brutal. But then later in the day, this thing comes up and ends up running to what did it get to? Let's see. It goes up to $2, $2.15, $2.20, I think, $2.30, and then into the after hours $2.60. And like by the time I got to this part, it was just like ridiculous. Like, I just didn't want to trade it. I was kind of too shell shocked from my experience with it earlier. I was like, there's no way I will respect myself if I lose more money on this stupid name. Um, and that was kind of what kept me from trading it when it was on this kind of part of it. Although there were some parts here, like out of a 10-minute halt, it kind of like shot up to $2, things like that. I could have been more aggressive on, and it kind of resets the action. But even though it resets the action, it was still tricky action, and I just wasn't green on it. So it's like, how am I gonna risk it in situations that are rare enough to where I don't trade him much, and I don't like trading him because I feel like I don't have as much control, and maybe my accuracy numbers aren't there to back it up with how I understand the action. And so I'm like, but there was opportunity to make back all that frustration from earlier in the day. So as I progress here, I'm going to have to get better at, understanding when to jump back in and manage that type of action. So anyways, that'll be my recap for the day. And I will look again to do better mañana. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.